Hi. So this is a step-by-step guide on how to find unemployment insurance for the PUI benefits program in California and how to actually fill it out. So I've been seeing a lot of videos on news and on YouTube. People asking how do I find it? I can't find it exactly. I'm searching PUA insurance and nothing's coming up. I'm looking for it and it sends me back to the same website of the EDD website. So I'm making this tutorial on how to actually find it. So as we get started, all you have to do is actually type in Unemployment California in your search bar, which is either Google right here on top in the search bar or any other search engine you use. Once you type that in, it's going to take you to this page. I'm going to select the first link, which says unemployment insurance. Now I'm from California, so that's the one I'm going to be working on. For you out there, it might be different. You've probably already done it, but if you haven't, you want a step-by-step guide, keep watching. All right. Once you select that link, you come back to unemployment insurance, and you're gonna go as simple as file a UI claim. The same steps as regular UI. The thing is that they actually bundle them in together. They mix them in, so you actually have to go through one in order to access the other one. Once you come to this page, you're gonna go to this little box that says "Getting Started with COVID-19 Benefits." You're gonna select that link. It gets you right here to this link. It says "Start here. Tips for applying on UI online." Now, it says everyone, UI and PUA applicants, uses the same form. Register or log in with benefits program online and click File New Claim. So that's what we're gonna do. Benefits program online brings you to this site. It gives you little details on the system maintenance, when they're going to be working on it, so you can actually apply. Now, if you're trying to apply, it's usually Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Weekends might be different, but usually it's just that time period. I think it's actually earlier, from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. So you should just check. Hopefully, you're not doing it overnight, and you can actually access it without any interruptions. Now it says right here from March 14 to May 9, you don't have to certify or recertify your UI benefits. What this means is that they'll actually, once you apply, you're eligible to receive benefits. They could actually they'll actually fill in the rest of the work for you during this time period. Then again, if you do work, you do have to report it. You can't double dip. If you get your regular UI insurance, unemployment insurance benefits, you can apply for PUA insurance. That also means you can't work, but if you do get PUA benefits and you work 1099, then you can possibly work. If you don't make over 600, you don't have to report them. But then again, it's your choice. You decide if you want to do that or not. This is desperate times. Maybe you want to actually make a little bit of extra money because you have to. But if you do, just keep a notice, take note of it, that you actually have to report it. So after you just scroll down, it says access benefit programs online, log in and register. Now right here, I'm not going to try to keep anything in secret. I'm going to try to tell you everything that I know, everything that I've been researching, and all the videos that I know. So that's what I mean. If you want to work, go ahead and work. They don't recommend it, but then you will have to apply it. And if you do try to double dip, they'll put you in fraud, which means you have to pay it back later. And I don't recommend doing that, because if they do file you for fraud, even though you pay it back, they'll still deny you on any future claims. Now, I've been seeing a lot of videos online, especially in the news, saying that they actually paid their debt before, and then now they're trying to apply for regular insurance, unemployment insurance. They're not able to actually apply because it shows in the system that they're actually in debt, even though they paid for it already. So again, keep that in mind. Be careful what you do, and let's get on with this tutorial. Benefit programs online, unemployment insurance online. You click that. So then you go here, file new claim, register or manage. We're gonna file a new claim. All right, so to get started, unemployment insurance and pandemic unemployment assistance claim filing instructions. And this page, they're going to tell you everything you need to know to have ready to complete the application, which is your identification card, social security, name, address, phone number, citizen status, last employer information, gross income, which is your total wages for 2019. You see it on your tax return. You see it on your tax form, 1099 total. So have that ready, all right? Because it's going to ask you. It's going to make things a lot easier. You don't have to go back and look for it. Get it all. Save it in the computer. Save it in a file. Print it out. Have it ready. Write it down in the notes. Do whatever you have to do to have it ready. Alrighty. So in order to proceed, obviously you completed a UI claim. You got a 0. And now you're trying to make the PUA Unemployment Insurance form application. All right, so on this page, you can read it all. I just explained it. Check the box. I've read all the information above, and you select next. Great. On the next page, it says application for unemployment insurance. It's gonna ask you 6 questions. You're gonna have to answer truthfully. You can't lie in an unemployment application, because if you lie, it's gonna bring on problems in the future. You're not gonna receive full amount. You're not going to receive benefits at all. It's going to prevent you for applying future benefits in future applications. And most of all, you're going to get fraud. You're going to get a fine. You don't want to pay it back, but it's going to delay the process, and you have to pay the amount you received or even more. You also don't want to double dip. So if you are claiming insurance benefits, you can't apply for PUA benefits. But if you did receive a 0 on unemployment benefits in the application, then obviously the PUA is for you. You have to apply for the PUA to actually receive information and benefits. So question 1, it says, did you work for another state or Canada during the last 18 months? You select no. Unless that's you, then you select yes. Like I said, I'm filing in California. It's only California. Have you applied for employment insurance benefits in another state in the last 12 months? You select it. All right. Did your employer give you any of these forms? Select no. Did you work in the military? It's up to you. I select the no. Agency of federal government? No. Did you have an employment insurance in the last 12 months? Again, you gotta answer truthfully. I select no. If you selected yes, then it doesn't matter. You filed, you received the 0. You select yes, you go on. On this next page, it's going to ask you for information, social security number, your name, your address, your driver license, all your general information. So go ahead and type that in, fill it out, and all we have to do then is select next. On the next page, it's going to ask you for your driver license. Do you have one? You select yes. And what state? And your ID number. Type it in, and you select next. Remember, every time you want to save as a draft. So then we're having a lot of crashes right now. If you end up logging out, you don't have to start from the beginning. You can just continue where you left off. That's very important. So always save as draft. So it says right here, between May 1st, 2018 through April 30th, 2020, did you file claims, reopen claims, collect benefits under employment insurance, disability insurance, paid family leave, or paid family leave programs? So if you filed, again, select yes. If you didn't file, select no. On the next page, it says, what is your mailing address? You select your mailing address. Everything has to be perfect. Again, if you're gonna get a check, you want it to arrive to your house. If you already have direct deposit in your previous tax forms, then I'll just deposit it right there. Most likely they'll send you a card, a debit card, where they could actually deposit the money so you can use a debit card. Or you probably have, yeah, pretty much that's what's going to be. Most people are already issued a debit card, even though you received a zero on your employment benefits. For some reason, they still ship you a debit card. So, yep, it's going to be that debit card that they actually deposit your money. Now, this is right away. So when you actually apply, you're going to receive a minimum of $167 plus I think it's about 6 weeks of $600, and that's going to last for 39 weeks. So then they might even check if you meet the qualifications, you're not lying, they'll deposit it right away since it is a crisis and it is a pandemic. Now, afterwards, if you do earn more wages, which we can talk about afterwards, they will call you in for an appointment, and you have to verify how much your real income. They'll look more in depth to it. Cool. You select next after you fill that out. Alrighty. Are you a citizen? You're gonna select yes. Now, your education, are you a veteran? All basic questions. What kind of race, disability, preferred language. All right, select next. Did you make an error? You can modify it. You can just select next. Just select next. Unless you want to change it, then you select modify. It says right here, did you work for or provide services to or behalf of any educational institution between January 1st, 2019 to today, to this day? You're gonna select no unless you're actually a teacher. Then you select yes. Most of us, 1099 workers, Uber, Lyft, we're gonna select no. So now it says additional information. What type of work do you normally perform? Uber and Lyft, you can actually find it, as we're gonna show you right here, at a work type. So as an example, I filled it out, but I'll show you right now. You go to work type, you type in Uber, see what comes out. You get 2 pages only. You see right here, you can click 1, it's already clicked. You go to 2, you click it, and we see the list, and it's Uber. That's not Uber, right? So we're trying to look for Uber, we're trying to look for Lyft. It's not available. So as what I've seen on all videos, all drivers are actually picking any type of driver form, most likely taxi drivers. So you select taxi driver. You'll see it right here. All you gotta do is select it and then click save, right? And that's gonna be you. So me, I'm different. I don't drive. I do apartment maintenance. I'm a handyman, so that's my form, right? That's my my work. So number 2 now says, what other type of work can you perform? Something relevant, or you could pick any other type of work that you can actually perform. Usually, what they do, they help you find jobs. So you want to pick something similar to what you actually could do. Again, if you can't find taxi driver, you can find something else, delivery, truck driver, depending what you guys do. In my case, I'll just put building maintenance, similar. We do repairs and some construction work. Alrighty, so number 3 is the type of work you normally perform seasonal. No, it's year long, right? So this doesn't end season by season. It's the same job all year long. Number 4, do you expect to return to work for a former employer? You select no, we're not going back again because the COVID-19 is still going on. Pandemic is dangerous. There's too much risk to go outside. We have to wear masks. We can't go close in close contact. Uber and Lyft drivers, they shouldn't even be people inside their cars unless they have the windows down. Again, they could cough, you could smell it, and the mask really doesn't prevent anything besides you spitting to the other person. You can still breathe in the same air inside the car. So all that AC, the heater on, all that's bad. So if you're barely informing yourself as of right now, still precautions how to prevent risk of the virus, preventing yourself from actually getting infected and even becoming right there in the hospital. Get fresh air, open the windows. Don't wear your mask all day because you can also choke out of that. And right, don't go close contact in close spaces with air conditioners. So that's a little advice. Keep a note. Next one, it says, do you have a date to start work? We don't have a date. We don't know when. There's no vaccine yet. There's no cure. They just found out. They could slow down the infection, but it's still not a cure or a vaccine. It's just hope for some that could actually survive over it. So I mean, there's still hopes for that, but I mean, we don't have a date to start work. We don't know when this the stay home order will end, and when it's actually safe to actually go back to regular work. Okay, the next one, number 6. Are you ready and willing to accept work that matches your work skills and educational background? On this one, you have to say yes. It says right here, example, if offered a job, will you be able to accept it? Now, in order to get regular unemployment insurance benefits, you had to always be available for work, be ready and willing to work. And POA is no different. POA is going to be the same thing. You have to be available to work. If you select no, you're not going to be able to get it. So you have to select yes. Number 7, are you currently self-employed? Uh, have your own business to work as an independent contractor or plan to become self-employed? If you're impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, click no. Again, you're self-employed and we're all impacted. So you have to select no because are you currently self-employed? Have your own business? So obviously we're not currently employed. Number 8, are you a member of a union or non-union trade association? I'm not, so I select no. All right, now we select next. Great. Additional information. So you get 5 more questions. Each one's different. I selected no to all of them. But your status is different than mine, so you should read it carefully and see which one you select yes and which you select no. Number 1, are you receiving or will you receive within the next 2 weeks a pension or retirement that is not Social Security or railroad retirement, which is based on your own work or wages? I selected no. Now, if you do receive Social Security and railroad retirement, you also select no. You only select yes if you get a pension or retirement that is not. Number 2, are you receiving or do you expect to receive workers' compensation? I selected no. If you do receive it, then you might select yes. Number 3, are you currently attending or have scheduled a start date to attend school or training? I selected no. You might select yes. If you have a date to start, I don't think it's gonna affect you, but either way, with a stay-home order, it all should be pretty much all should be no. Are you now or have you been in the last 18 months an officer of a corporation, officer of a union, or a sole or major stockholder of a corporation? I selected no. Did you serve as an elected public official or governor exam appointee in the last 18 months? Selected no. All right. After that, select next. Most of us is going to select no. Then again, I'm just a 1099 employee, regular, no other benefits. Now, if you do have EBT, CalFresh, it doesn't apply to that, so just select no to that. Number 1, on the next page, are you an employee as a direct result of a disaster, for example, COVID-19, earthquake, flood, mudslide, or fire in California? Obviously, we are all victims of COVID-19. We select yes, this is going to come down. Great. If this comes down, now you just fill out the information according to how you are, which is number 1A. Select the type of disaster. We're all going to select COVID-19. Unless you live in the Midwest and you were affected by the new tornado, maybe you could put tornado and it'll be the same thing, but obviously we're going to put COVID-19. Everybody's getting money for it, so that's what we're going to do. Obviously you can't work, so yeah, PUA benefits all the way. Number 1A, what is your annual income? So this is where you're gonna look in your tax forms. You're gonna see minus your deductions, and it's gonna be the total right there. If you don't, you do your 2019 taxes, like I haven't, you just go to your 1099 form. You see the total wages minus your deductions, and that's what you're gonna type in right there. Now there was news that if you do make more than 17,500, even though in the previous pages and the information says about 17,368, something like that. If you make below that amount, you'll get the average of 167 a month plus the 6 weeks of 600 a month. No, 600 a week, or 39 weeks, right? Now, if you make more than that, so if you make, let's say, 18 and above, you'll most likely get more than 167. But then again, these will be automatically paid, and if you make more than 18,000, you will get an appointment to verify your proof of income. So you can't lie about it. You got to be honest, and again, it's based on your deductions. So you can calculate and type in your number. That has been the rules for those of you. now you're gonna get more, and you're gonna have to you have to prove. So you have to be ready to have all your documents ready, your wages, receipts, your proof of income. Just be ready when you come here for the audit. All right, so you type that in. Number 1A, the 1A2. Provide date of business, employment, self-employment was interrupted as a result of COVID-19. All right, so when's the date you actually stopped working because of COVID-19? Most of us in California, there was a stay-at-home order in March 3. So after March 3, March 4th, you're not actually supposed to be going outside unless it was essential for essential businesses, essential work, essential purposes. So besides that, you probably will end up getting a ticket. But most people will still end up trying to work, especially for Uber and Lyft, that were trying to get money since there was no work coming in, right? That's the whole reason we're again here in unemployment. Now, if you have to work, obviously you can still turn on the app and go to work, but you're not supposed to, and all of the wages have to be reported. Again, if you're a 1099 employee, you can always obviously work. If it's minus 100, 600, you don't have to prove it. There's no way 1099 companies will actually send it to the EDD department, showing that you actually work. But it's always on your risk. If you work W-2, you're gonna be able to work through that. There'll be double dipping. They obviously report it, and you're obviously gonna pay it back. But as of now, I mean, you could, if you want, go ahead and work. You can. If you don't want to, play it on safe side, then I suggest you don't. All right. It's up to you if you actually want to go outside and risk your life, But if you need the money and the money's not coming in, I mean, it's up to you. So on the date, it was March 4th. After that date, you're supposed to stay home order. So that's when most people stop working, when everything shut down, and that's the day we're gonna put. Obviously, people heard news about the virus before the actual date of a stay-home order. So I mean, those of you who remember, those of you who actually stopped working there, then you can put that date. For me, it was February 27th. That's the day that we almost found out about the people being infected. So that's the day we stopped working, because it was obviously contaminated. It wasn't just a stay-home order. Alrighty. So now we see select the option how you were impacted by COVID-19 pandemic. Or you know what? Just put March 4th. March 4th. They'll be on the safe side. Doesn't matter. Pretty sure you could say there was people were talking about it in the news, so you didn't risk it. But officially, it's March 4th. Number 1A3. Select the option of how you were impacted by COVID-19 pandemic. So here you have a list of the reasons why you stopped working, why you can no longer work, and why it's affected your life to be able to earn money. Most of us, we are 1099 workers. We're here because we cannot apply for regular unemployment insurance. So we come here to the PUA Unemployment Application to actually get money. So it says you are an independent contractor, reportable income, 1099, and you are forced to stop working because COVID-19 has severely limited your ability to continue performing your customary work activities. So that's us. Some of us will say you have been diagnosed with COVID-19. That's why you can't work, because you're sick. You have COVID-19 symptoms and seeking diagnosis. You're sick and you're just looking for help. You haven't been diagnosed yet. You haven't been in the hospital yet. You haven't been to the doctor yet, but yet you're sick and you're trying to go get help. Someone in your house has a virus, so you're taking care of them, or you're at risk because you might have it. You had to quit your job because the virus is in your job, in your workplace. Someone got infected, so you can't go right there, and you had to quit. Most likely they had to close. There's another option. Your employment had to close, so you select that option. You can't reach right there because it's quarantined right there as a result of COVID-19. Stay-at-home order, so that means you can't travel. You can't reach your workplace because the healthcare provider advised you to quarantine due to COVID-19 concerns. All the same thing. So just read which one affects you most, which is more obvious. Basically, pretty much applies to all of us. I mean, if you can actually check more than one box, pretty much you'll end up checking all of them. But just pick the one that most likely concerns you, applies to you. Number 1B, at the time of disaster, in which county did you reside? We're going to put the county that you live in. for 1 and C. All right. No, 1D. At the time of the disaster, was your employment caused by your need to travel to through another disaster county? You're gonna put no. You were only in one county. Now, if you actually travel from county to county, then you can put yes, and you have to list. You're gonna have to list the county names. All right. In my case, I select no. 1E. Select the option that best applies to you. All right. So we're gonna drop on the box. Which are we? An employee, self-employed individual. 1E. 1. How many hours did you work per week prior to the disaster? How many hours did you work? We're gonna put 40. We were full time. All right. Number 2. Explain how the disaster affected your ability to continue or begin your self-employment work. In this box, you have 150 characters. All you have to do is write down in a sentence or two the reason why you can no longer employed. Now we obviously check the box on the top, but obviously we have to give an explanation of the reason why. Now right here you could put, oh, I'm taking care of my grandma. You could put more than one reason. So in my situation, I have to put stay-at-home order prevented me from going to work. It was too much of a risk since COVID-19 was contagious, and I had to take care of my grandmother. Those are all good reasons to receive unemployment, which is the reason we're going to do right now. After that, just fill in your address and check in the box and select next. All right, the next step will take you to a summary. You gotta check everything that's in detail. That's your information, only your information. Hopefully it doesn't delay. It will rise to a different location. You check the box that you want to receive it as an email instead of paperwork. You don't want to get delayed. You don't want the crazy neighbor to come here, steal your mail, and then you don't know what's going on with your unemployment benefits. You know what I mean? So you're gonna receive a debit card in the mail. You get a confirmation number, which is the last step, which is hooray, you submitted your application. You're gonna receive a debit card when they deposit your money. So you're gonna be waiting for that. That's gonna come in mail. And don't forget, you have to update your resume. Make a resume if you don't have one. You should have one already, and submit it to CalJobs. When you submit to CalJobs, you have to do it in 21 days. So they're gonna probably help you find a job. You don't have to work. It doesn't. The law. There's no. There isn't a law says that right now for the PUA benefits, you have to accept work if they actually send you a job. You don't have to do that. You could just say, you know what, I just want to receive unemployment benefits. I just want to stay home until there's actually a cure and a vaccine for it. Just because of this work, I don't want to go ahead and work. I just stay home, play safe, and I'll receive my benefits. But within 21 days, you do have to send your resume to CalJobs and make sure you do it on time. If not, it'll get delayed or your unemployment will get denied. So you don't want that, all right? So I'm gonna do it myself right away, right after I end this video. I'm gonna send it as well, and that'll be it. Wait for your debit card, and please subscribe. Please keep up with my videos. I also have videos about EBT unemployment, how you can actually save money. How you can actually receive extra money. Right now, they just passed a new law for Amazon and Walmart. They can actually deliver with CalFresh, so you don't have to even go to the grocery store to get it delivered for seniors as well. So